The 2Ks that they make nowadays, far from fun. Unless you like gambling with your time, gambling with your money. Downloading NBA 2K25, you're gonna have to gamble one of those. Listen, I got a feeling. I have a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night. If you haven't heard yet, NBA 2K25 will be free this weekend. It started last night. Tonight, everybody off work, maybe their first chance to play NBA 2K25. Will this be a good thing for players on NBA 2K25, or will this just put more eyes on how bad the game is? If you're thinking about downloading NBA 2K25 on the free weekend, you might want to watch this video before you do. We about to get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the video. All right, so to help put this all into context and start this video off right, let me ask you guys the question. When does 2K ever give us something for free? When I was thinking about the answer to that question, I said, well, only when they know that they're gonna make more money on the back end. Like whatever they're offering free is gonna eventually bring them more money. Bars! Was that a bar really? I'm not sure, but when I learned that it was that time of year that 2K was offering the game for free to players to experience and try it out, it got me to reminiscing on my experience so far. We're about 5 months into the annual cycle, and if you're thinking about downloading NBA 2K25, maybe you wanna hear this. Within the 5-month lifespan of NBA 2K25, this game has changed dramatically from its release up until now and multiple times in between. One of the first things that I want you to know if you're new and thinking about downloading NBA 2K25 for free this weekend is that NBA 2K makes the good majority of their money after the actual purchase of the game. So trust me, when they're offering you the game for free, they're not doing you any favors. They know the good majority of their revenue comes from microtransactions, purchases that are made after the base unit sale. And we're talking about, it's a high number. Last I heard, it was something like 70% of their revenue came from microtransactions. And this company makes millions, so of course they're gonna give you that joint for free. Honestly, I'm surprised that it's not free all year round, but I'm sure that's coming very soon, probably a lot sooner than we'd like to believe. So I got to thinking, what could a new player accomplish in a weekend's time? And it was really difficult for me to come up with anything because NBA 2K designs the game to make upgrading your player as time consuming as humanly possible. And why do you guys think that is? They want you, the player, to make a choice. Either invest a ton of time trying to get your My Player upgraded enough to compete out there, or dig into your pockets and give 2K some money for VC. You give your IRL money in exchange for virtual currency and use that virtual currency to upgrade your player.
$315 for an Xbox game? This is $315! What in the hell is this? Boy, what did you spend $315 on?
It's my NBA game. I bought virtual clothes for my virtual players.
And you about to get a virtual ass whooping.
Some of you guys may be thinking, well, that's not too bad. A lot of games do that. The difference with 2K and their slimy ways is that this company actively seeks out all of the easy ways for players to get VC, and then they change it up. So they create the game upon release, it's designed a certain way. The player base gets the game and they find easier ways to accumulate VC. So this way they don't have to spend more money on a microtransaction. They're already like spending $70 to get the game. That's not enough. No, 2K says you gotta kick out, Pookie. And I'll give you guys an example. From my understanding, after every 3 seasons, you get put into these FIBA games. After winning, players can get up to $25,000. When you're going no money spent, $25,000 sounds amazing. I've tried it. I've done it myself. Well, 2K found that maybe some 2K player accounts weren't spending nearly as much money on VC as they probably normally would, and they said, no, we gotta dead that FIBA 25K VC. So now there's a cooldown in case any of you guys tried to spend 25K VC, and it's a legitimate amount of time. You're spending hours to make this happen. It ain't like you're getting this in 5 minutes. It ain't like a glitch. But 2K removes it and says those hours that you're investing trying to get that 25K, that ain't good enough. If you want to play, you gotta pay. Now, I want to be as honest as possible here for new players really considering a download of NBA 2K25. There's things you could do, like you could go into play now, play as and with your favorite NBA players out there, and that may be good enough for a lot of players for a weekend. Maybe they got friends and family over and they just want to have a good time. But that's just the hook. That's the joint that puts you in a chokehold. Because one thing sports gamers love more than anything is having control, being able to control the outcome, whether that be you're a league owner or you're a coach or you're a player. So naturally and organically, the game leads you toward that direction. And you end up spending the rest of your time trying to climb out the rabbit hole you done fell down. NBA 2K has been referenced by some of the largest news outlets, including the New York Times, has been referenced as a casino, and the house always wins. So far, Vice has dropped an article on them, the New York Times has dropped an article on them, and the Washington Post has dropped an article on 2K's aggressive microtransaction ways. And for me, as a player of the franchise who's been playing for so long, I was here when this company was hungry, where us players used to feel the love and dedication from the 2K development team. This is before microtransactions were even a crazy thing. But since the wave of a bunch of players spending money to pay to win, the gameplay design has just gone downhill. And in my opinion, 2K25, this last iteration of 2K, is the absolute worst of the bunch. Some of you guys may not agree with that. Some of the more veterans who've been here for a long time, you probably don't agree with that statement. But for me, it just is what it is. I do my best to play the game, but smiles and fun is so far and few in between whenever I'm playing this game for hours on end, and I have over 500 plus hours already invested into 2K25, so I'm speaking from experience here. Now I want to continue to give fair warning to the new players, help them understand what they're stepping into, what they're getting themselves into. If you have any intention of purchasing NBA 2K25, getting a My Player and going to compete online, I just want to give you fair warning that you're going to have thousands of veteran players, thousands of players that are much better than you, foaming at the mouth at a chance to compete against you. You see, NBA 2K25 has introduced skill-based matchmaking, and they have like these rank levels. And now if players get themselves to a certain level, then they're playing against other players who are at their level. And for a lot of players, this often takes the fun out of the game. The 2K community, knowing that a bunch of noobs are going to be on the game because it's free, oh lord, this is what they've been waiting for. Easy games and an easy way to get reputation. They have been waiting for you, the noob. They're gonna bring out all their new builds just to play against you. You know, I often wonder what NBA 2K25 looks like to a new player. Can a new player just get the game, upgrade their player to say maybe an 85, 80 overall, something like that, and then go out there and compete? And what does the gameplay design look like to y'all? Is it intuitive? Does it help you learn? Does it help you understand how to get better? Maybe I'll help save you guys some time here. There's certain levels to gameplay, certain tricks and animations that players use and equip to help make the game a lot easier, but you being new to the game, you aren't really gonna understand how to speed boost and take advantage of these animations. And the good majority of us 2K players know that if you're not taking advantage of the speed boost, then you're moving as slow as molasses. But I have a feeling that this weekend, NBA 2K is gonna lower those sliders so that a good majority of y'all, especially the new jacks out there with the new builds, are gonna be hitting way more shots. I'm curious for everybody else, let me know what y'all think about this coming weekend. I have a feeling everybody's gonna be greening out there, and if that is indeed the case, I'm for one gonna know ASAP, and I'll definitely report it to you guys. But it just further proves that 2K plays God over gameplay, and that they raise and lower these standards, almost like moving the goalposts. That's how NBA 2K25 has felt throughout the annual cycle. They end up moving the goalposts. So the player that you created at the beginning of the year that you put $100 down on, $100 is your real life money you put down on to get BC, and then upgrade that player enough so that you can go out there and compete. The game is different from that day that you created that build. And I'd even make the argument it's been different after every single patch, forcing players to adapt to these changes. And if, you know, a lot of us 2K players are competitive, we want to compete at higher levels, we end up making new builds that adjust perfectly for the changes that were made yet again. And the perpetual cycle continues on. If you're new to the 2K franchise and you're thinking of downloading this game, I could imagine, let's say if I was thinking of getting on FIFA, I have no understanding of FIFA, don't know anything about soccer, but I could imagine that if a game seems to be primarily developed to generate microtransactions and seems to be primarily based in a pay-to-play system, then it wouldn't be the game for me. The only reason why I'm still with the 2K franchise is because I've developed this platform here on this channel, and I was here before it was ever pay to play. I was here when there was hope. The bottom line is I was here when the game used to be fun. The 2Ks that they make nowadays, far from fun, unless you like gambling with your time, gambling with your money. Downloading NBA 2K25, you're gonna have to gamble one of those. Anyway, as always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this stuff, so sound off in the comment section below. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Easy, yeah. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, yeah.